This glorious structure behind me is the home of football. London Road, the ABAC Stadium, the home of Peterborough United Football Club. I'm sure we'll agree, the finest team the world has ever seen. I think that's how the song goes anyway. I'm Kev. In about 2.5 hours time, the final home pre-season friendly for Posh versus Wolves takes place in there. And I'm going to be the person announcing the teams, announcing the goals, standing in the middle of the pitch with a microphone in my hand. I've never been more scared about anything in my life. It has the potential to be the most awesome thing I've ever done, or the most terrifying thing I've ever done. And I've never stood anywhere where people are more excited about seeing a man talking into a camera. That's about the 4th person who's tooted their horn at me. I don't even get that when I'm doing it in my sleepy little village that I live in. But yeah, there, you and me, we're going to go and have a look around. I'm going to stand on the pitch and I'm either going to be a hero or I'm going to be humiliated. So scared. Pre-match preparations complete. Now it's time to head back over the road. That's not related. Well, there's no turning back now. Sure, I'll be fine once I'm in there. It'll be fine. Stop panicking. Well, I'm in. They didn't kick me out as I walked through the door. I have my official pass. Look at that. That's something to frame and put on the studio wall. This is the little box area where I sit. Microphone, which apparently means I can just roam around wherever I want and it should still work. Really, really hot in here. So I'm gonna come out here where we've got, this is the little media area. So desks for them to put their bits and bobs on. And then out here, oh, that's a big step. But out here, we've just got the ground itself. For those of you who come regularly, there you go. That's the bit I'm in. I can now replace my Facebook picture where I'm sat in the BBC bit from about 5 years ago. But the general gist of what they've asked me to do, oh, I've gone very dark all of a sudden. Let's get back in here where there's some light. The general gist of what they've asked me to do is do what I want. Pretty much. If I want to stay up here and do it all I can. If I want to go down and go onto the pitch and wander around, I can. So I'm going on the pitch, obviously. All they expect me to do is there's a couple of birthdays to read out. I've got to announce the teams and try and get the goal scorers right. Other than that, he said just waffle and say what I want to say. So I kind of wish I'd prepared something now. But you know what I'm like when the microphone's in front of me. I'm sure I'll be fine. I think what I'll try and do is set the camera up somewhere so I can sort of film bits of it. I don't know how much of it I'm going to include in the video, but it is now just under 2 hours before kickoff. The ground opens an hour before kickoff, so I've got like 45-50 minutes to kill just sort of wandering around the place. The only filming rule they've given me is I can't film in the changing rooms, so that suggests my pass means I can get down to the changing rooms, just can't film in there. So I might go and have a wander about and see what's what, although he did say he was fetching me a lanyard to wear so I didn't get arrested, so I might wait for the lanyard to arrive first. It's been years since I've been over to this side of the ground, like properly years. When I was a teenager, I used to stand at the back there, right at the back in the middle. There's like this little step thing which I suppose I could get over to. I just stood in a really deep puddle. I don't know if there's any way for me to get around and in there. I could, I guess, go down there and then in and have a look. I might go and do that when I'm feeling a bit braver. Then, no, when I was really little, I used to sit down here, stand down here before the seats were here. That was cool. We sat up here for like a season while that stand was being built. But then, for most of the last 15, 20 years, however long that's been there, I've been right at the back. I don't know if you can see where the little row of TV camera things and the little balcony bit is in there. Our seats were just this side of that, which was cool. Best seats in the house. But now I'm back over this side again. And it's been years. I've never been in here when it's been empty before. Apart from once, when I came here with Sheepdog for a podcast thing, and we just had a little look around. But it's very cool just being allowed to wander around. I will venture out of this corner in a minute. I'm just terrified that I'll get arrested or something. So I'm gradually venturing a little bit further and further away from where I've left my bag. There's a chance they're going to be playing Quidditch. Right, that scary looking steward is gone. So we're going for it. Oh, it really hurts my knee to sneak. But we're basically heading out here. Because I want to go in here. Show you where I used to hang out as a young man. Convenient open gate. Pigeons. It's weird being in here when it's just me and the pigeons. But, oh, it's still there. My good old block of concrete from oh so many years ago. I mean, we're talking close to 20 years. When I used to stand on here with my mates from school, we used to get here as early as we could so we could stand on that concrete block, because from that concrete block, which I shall stand on again now, you can see outside, but you can also see everything. If you ever find yourself behind the goal at Posh, that's your spot. I'm tempted to carve my name into it, there's no one else here. I'm sat about as low down as you can possibly sit. Just have a little look. This is my view. Pre-match sprinklers. And presumably some Wolves players over there. Posh players don't need to warm up. Right, it's 6:30, an hour before kick-off. The ground is officially open, although there's nobody in here yet. I don't have a team sheet or anything else. The match starts in an hour and I have nothing to say at the moment. I might just turn the microphone on and let everyone who's here, which is nobody, hear this bit. I won't look on Twitter. The thing is, I can't even look on Twitter for team news because I'm on 34% battery. That's going to be a problem. So I was hoping I could follow Twitter to find out who the goal scorers are. See, always thinking. Plus I'm going to need that to use Google Translate to help me with any of the names. But I'd quite like the list now, so that I could practice the names now for you lot. And then you'll know if I got them wrong or not. Oh, I'm still very nervous, you can probably tell. I'll chill out soon, probably. 45 minutes before kick-off, still pretty much empty in here. Still no team sheet. And my dad and brother haven't turned up over there yet, which is good. Because if I have to make up the teams... Actually, I kind of want them to watch if I have to make up the teams. It'll be fun. We'll figure something out. 40 minutes till kick-off. I have a team sheet. I've got to learn some of these names. Even some of the posh ones I'm not that familiar with. Number 20, what are we saying? Michael Doty? Doty sounds right. Number 5 for them, Sylvain Deslandes. I think that's what we'll go for. It's all very complicated. It is starting to fill up a little bit in here now. We've got the players who just come out for their warm-up. I assume the big cheer was because people saw me walk out of this door, and not because the players came out. I don't know if you caught the cheer. But music's on, slowly starting to build to a little bit of atmosphere. The closer we get to kick-off, the calmer I'm feeling. So I might pass out before kick-off. It might not be the best sign in the world. I'm sure we'll be alright. How many times have I said I'm sure we'll be alright so far? It feels like a lot already. I've got all this camera gear with me. Trying to think of a way that I can go onto the pitch with this microphone in one hand, the team sheet in the other hand, and still film myself. I'm thinking what I might have to do is set up a camera up here just pointing at the pitch and do it that way. Assuming I actually make it to the pitch, because I can't actually see any way for me to get onto the pitch without climbing over stuff. And my knee is not going to be up to climbing over stuff. Although that would be a good way to eliminate any and all nerves if I just fall over on my way onto the pitch with the microphone on so everyone hears it. That might be an option actually. Right, if I achieve nothing else today, I'm so proud of this. My makeshift clipboard / GoPro mount. So now I can be reading out the teams whilst looking directly into the camera. Yes, it's only going to be the GoPro. Yes, the sound's going to be rubbish. I'm very proud of that. I don't care if I mess up now. I just invented something brilliant that you'll be seeing from match announcers everywhere for the rest of time. That's just cool. And now we've got the little camera which has a zoom lens. I didn't bring any zoom lenses for the big camera, but we have the little camera on the tripod zoomed in to roughly where I think I'm going to be on the pitch. Not only do I think I have a solution, I think I have multi-camera solutions. I didn't really need to bring the big camera. The music's... I thought I had to press play again for a minute there. I thought I had to change the tape. The music stopped for a second. We're okay. How are we doing for time? We are 7 o'clock, half an hour before kick-off. There's still almost nobody here. It doesn't really seem worth saying anything on the microphone yet because there's no one to say it to. Terrified. Welcome to this friendly against Wolves before we kick off with the big first game this season on Saturday against Plymouth. Got some team news for you tonight. Starting with the visitors, Wolves. They're starting 11 in goal. They've got number 1, John Ruddy. Number 2, Matt Doherty. And your Posh starting 11. We have number 1, Jonathan Bond. Number 3, Andrew Hughes. Number 29 is Craig McHale-Smith. Number 30, Sam Cartwright. Number 32, Lewis Freestone. And number 38, Andrea Borg. We're about 15 minutes away from kick-off. I'll leave you alone. The tunnel! Players! Right folks, teams are accumulating in the tunnel, so if we could have a round of applause for our visitors, Wolves, and let's hear it for the Posh. Right, first half done, no disasters, no goals. Haven't had to announce anything yet. There was a bit of a scrap, but luckily no one got sent off because I don't know who was guilty of it. Interestingly, that is the Peterborough United Twitter account that has been left unattended while I've been left in here by myself while they go and find out the half-time teams. So, do I tweet out a link to my channel? Do I tweet out a link to my channel? It's very difficult. I do have some announcements to make and second half teams, so I suppose I should stop talking to you lot and get on with this business that's going on out here and then decide if I want to tweet from there. So 0-0 at half time then. Got the second half teams coming up for you in a couple of minutes time, but before that a couple of announcements. Firstly, happy 19th wedding anniversary today to my hubby, not my hubby, her hubby, Tim Cooper, who is cheering on Wolves today with their 9-year-old twin girls, Willow and Bronte. Have a happy summer everyone from Naomi Cooper from Titchmarsh. And also Toby Richardson and Billy Erdwin from the Maples, who are watching their first professional game of football at London Road this evening. So we've got the second half teams coming up in just a few minutes time, but until then I shall leave you with a little more music. Forgot I was recording that. Did I walk off camera? I'm sorry if I walked off camera. And I couldn't read my own. I was given these messages on an iPhone screen, I've just written them down in my notebook. I don't know if I got those names right. If you are my hubby from Titchmarsh, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. Just a few quick reminders while we're waiting for the second half teams to appear. The next time you can see the Posh here at the A-Backs is the first game of the league season, where we are at home to Plymouth. Make sure you come along and cheer on the Posh on the first day of the season. And also a reminder that the new stylish home shirt, as modelled by the team tonight, is currently available in the club shop, so you can head along and grab yourself a replica shirt, replica shorts and some lovely red socks to go with it. I've also been asked to, because I might never get the opportunity to hold this microphone again, just give a shout out to my favourite imaginary goalkeeper, Kevin Thompson. And if you want a behind the scenes look at doing this whole match day announcing thing here at Posh, be sure to check out my YouTube channel tomorrow, which is Lollujo, lollujo.fm, and you'll be able to see me wandering around with a camera filming all this stuff tonight, which might be nice. I will have teams for you in a minute, I promise. The team for Posh for the second half is in goal number 24, Josh Tibbetts, number 2, Liam Shepherd. I think I got all those names right. I hope. Well, if there's no goals now, that's pretty much the end of my thing. I've got to do the bit at the end of the match. I'm getting into this now, really enjoying it. I want this job officially now. It's a lot of fun. Fingers crossed, eh? And I didn't blow it by mentioning Kevin Thompson and the YouTube channel. And that is that. As you can see, everyone is making their way off the pitch now. I'm assuming all these people down here were here to see me and not the football. I am gonna make my way out of here in a moment once the crowds are thinned a little bit. I put all my toys away. That in the end was absolutely loads of fun. Can't emphasise enough how much I enjoyed that, so fingers crossed at some point in the next week or so I get some good news from the football club. As I say, I'm in the final 3. I don't know when exactly. I'll find out if I've made it through to get this as a permanent gig, but let's all get our fingers crossed for me as well. I hope you've enjoyed that video. If you have, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. The more people we get liking and sharing the video, you know, it might have some kind of sway over whether or not the club decide the social media guy is the one that they want to go with. So make sure you pop a like on there if you think there's people out there who'd enjoy it. Share it around to them. If this is the first video of mine that you've seen, please subscribe to the channel, have a look around everything else that's here. Lots of gaming stuff, lots of Football Manager, FIFA. You'll enjoy it. It's a nice place to hang out. And thank you very much for watching.